we had one guy that sent me a message this weekend, and he was just like, hey Chewy, you know, I've been training for about 3 months. What can I do to improve my cardio? Well, you know, aside from exercising and, you know, eating a clean diet, I'm gonna show you guys a tip that'll help you out as far as, especially the new people, will help you out as far as improving your ability to roll longer and more efficiently. As always, this is my lovely assistant, Mr. Adam Wilson. Let's get started. The biggest thing that I see from my white belts, my new people, and I know I did this back in the day. In fact, my coach, one of his biggest cues for me when I would compete or when I was training was to breathe. He would scream, breathe, right? He would say, breathe. And what I would do is I was trained, so if I heard breathe, then I would take a deep breath in and then out, right? And again, you can do it however you want to. But a lot of times, again, going back to it, with new white belts, you'll see them, right? They get into the mat here and they'll grab and they hold their breath, and it typically looks something like this. So you can be, Adam's just gonna be a regular old brown belt. I'm gonna be the white belt. You ready? And right, so they hold their breath, they turn red, you know, beet red, and they're not doing anything, they're just holding, right? So part of jiu-jitsu, as far as becoming more efficient, is learning when to use your muscle, when not to use your muscle, and also focusing on, you know, the right time to really breathe. So when you're in the middle of like a good scramble, so let's say that Adam and I are going and we're moving back and forth, you know, again, this is gonna be super exhausting. So maybe I pass the guard, boom, I make it to side control. This is a position now that's a little slower, right? You can really control them, okay? When you get here, take your breath. And you'll find that a lot of times, white belts, and again, just everyone, typically when you're really tense like that, you've almost got tunnel vision, right? You'll get here, you won't even see any options that are right in front of your face. We had a guy that recently had a tournament, was like that. He said, man, the key lock was right there, I couldn't see it though. So again, when you take that big deep breath, a lot of times it relaxes your body, and it's like all of a sudden you'll be able to look around and start to see the options. Again, the positions that are gonna be like this are side control, mount, back mount, like when you really get that position. Guard's another one. Maybe, you know, we were going here, the guy almost got back here, Adam manages to get in front, pull me into his guard. Now, this would be a good time to lock him up and take a breath, right? And then again, take your time, chill out, and then start to work for your options. So again, first off, make sure that you are focusing on breathing. So when you get to these good positions, or, you know, even not even a good position, maybe you get pulled into guard, you get locked up. So the position slows down, the movement slows down. Relax, stop, you know, tensing up, take a deep breath. Also understand kind of when to go and when not to go, right? So let's see, go back down, Adam. So another thing for you white belts that are trying to roll longer, if I'm inside of Adam's guard, I'm gonna stay fairly relaxed. I'm gonna try to work up, get my posture, and set up my guard break. Okay, again, another thing that white belts do, and just, you know, it's something about you're new, right? So you're gonna be more tense. They'll grab here and everything, their muscles are constantly flexed and they're just squeezing, right? And again, using that energy from your muscles is just it's going to zap your energy much, much quicker. So when you're in these positions right here, you know, we're gonna stay relaxed here. Boom, I'm just trying to fight for the grips. And then once I get the grip, boom, now we put the energy into it. Okay, but before that, I'm just relaxing. The same thing with guard passing, right? I might be here trying to work for my position, and then once I get the grips, boom, now I start to go, right? So again, breathe, make sure you're focusing on the breath. When you get to those good positions, especially if you feel yourself getting really tense, take a deep breath, and then also start to look for where can you relax for a second, where can you take a deep breath, where can you kind of just loosen up a little bit, you know, after you've had the scramble or after you've been in a really mobile position. So I hope that helps, because again, it's really hard for, basic tips. You know, work out, do some sort of cardiovascular off the mat, roll a lot, do a lot of rolling, a lot of drilling on the mat, eat a clean diet, and then again, you can do all that stuff and you can still zap yourself if you're not breathing properly. So make sure you're breathing properly and trying to focus on it. And it's gonna be tough, you can't do it overnight. It takes time, but try to work towards relaxing in certain positions so that you're not, just basically exhausting yourself and just wasting energy when there's, when you're not going to get anything for that physical output. So if you're just grabbing inside the guard and nothing's happening, just relax, because that's not helping you. I'm just rambling now. I'm done. Adam? Adam.